As always, hi, welcome back. This video, I'll be talking about the third thing that grinds my gear the most as a rideshare driver. Once again, there's many, top three. And in this one, we're going to get straight to it. Third one, the scammer passengers. And the scammer passenger are the ones that your pickup is either away from a bonus area, and they do it intentionally. They put the pickup away, but they tell you to pick them up where the bonus area is. So they don't want to pay extra, but they want the ride. I completely understand that. How about the same ones who do the same practice, but they do it with the intent to tell Uber you did not pick them up where you wanted them to? So they tell you to pick them up at a certain spot. They're not there. They text you and say, hey, I'm at another spot. So you have to drive like 2 streets down, and then they go in hand, and then when you drop them off, they also will tell you to drop them off a couple streets away from where their destination is, and then they'll tell Uber or Lyft he was being incoherent, he was being rude, he didn't drop me or pick me up where I wanted to. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that happens a lot. How about the famous ones? The ones who will cancel mid-ride. People who will cancel mid-ride and said it was accidentally done, and then get pissed off at you if you try to take them out your car because they want a free ride. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, those things happen. This is the ultimate scam that most the times happen. You have a group of people who get into the vehicle. One person obviously ordered the rideshare car. That person is the first person to get dropped off. Midway to taking the other people, that person cancels the ride. I've had that happen to me 3 times. Luckily, the other people was being understanding. You know, they probably got into an argument, whatever the case may be, but I have nothing to do with that. Literally, halfway through the ride, the person cancels it. Once again, luckily, I dealt with it. Other people had Uber apps, and they were like, okay, that person was being an asshole, whatever. She was being a D, or he. We're just gonna order it ourselves. Hopefully, we get you again. You were a good driver. You didn't kick us out, whatever. You was being very understanding. But those things happen a lot. There are people out there who literally trying to scam drivers. It's bad enough that we don't make that much money, and then there are people out there who are literally out there to scam us. It's nuts. And there's endless stories. Those are just the ones that have happened to me. I've heard other drivers, I've watched videos of other drivers, and it's just like, wow, you really out to scam me. Why? It makes no sense. But as I said, there are people out there like that. And I say this, and I'm making these videos with passion because they really, really, truly grind my gears. And those are just 3. There's plenty of other things that really grind my gears. Like I had a guy who got into my car just coming out of a pool. And I'm like, why does he smell so much like bleach? Why? And he's laughing in my car. He's as nonchalant as he could be. When he gets out of my car and I touched it, it was wet. My car seat was wet. The audacity that person had to get into my car being wet. And then how can you report that? It's not visible. Especially with the high demands of scams from drivers as well. Sorry, my fellow drivers. They won't believe it. So I had to stop and let it air dry. because this person felt like doing that. Those are just, 3 things. I don't want you to think, if you are potentially becoming an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, I don't want you to think that that's going to happen all the time. But know that it will happen. That's everything in life. If you drive enough, you're going to get into an accident. That doesn't mean you're going to stop driving. So, just because these things happen doesn't mean you should stop trying to make money, But if you're already a driver, these things probably happen to you. They're probably going to happen to you. If you're a future driver, not every ride's going to be the same. And to limit yourself and say, oh, I'm not going to do rideshare because these things happen. Things happen all the time. You get on a plane to go on vacation, planes fall. You get on your car to go from point A to point B, there's an accident. There's endless amount of things, so don't let that limit you. In the future, I will definitely be making videos of people who've impacted me, who to this day we're friends due to rideshare, very close friends, and I'm grateful that I've met them. As always, watch my videos, like them, and let's talk about these things. Take care to the next one.